Hello everybody, I'm Solo Black 313 Rise and Ride. It's December the 3rd, 2023, and I'm on the stairs. Today will be part 6 of Project 2000 Katana 750. And today we're going to install a new stator cover. Also, last night I picked up a new motorcycle table, the one by Harbor Freight, and I'll tell you guys all about it, so stick around. Alright guys, we're over at the storage garage and here is my new to me Harbor Freight motorcycle lift table. As you can see, I got the Gixxer on it and it's looking good. Yeah, like it. I got a really good, fantastic deal. Okay, I was at work Friday and I was on Facebook on my lunch break, of course. And I know I had been looking for a motorcycle table. So I started, I typed in motorcycle table, and this particular one was one of the first ones that popped up. And so I texted the guy, and he texted me back immediately. His name is Neil. And, when you're on Facebook looking for certain things, I try to make people as comfortable as I possibly can. So I told the guy, hey, here's my phone number. When you call it, you can push *67. Now, if you guys don't know what *67 is, *67 will allow the caller who receives the call, when they call you back, their number just simply won't show up. So it wasn't long after I texted him through Facebook Market that I was in the, I was looking for a motorcycle tech. He called me right back. I mean, he actually called me and he did *67. I'm like, okay, hey, no big deal. So we talked. And he told me he had just got the motorcycle table and he only used it really one time. And he had a sale for it, it was pending. And he said that morning the guy called him and told me he wasn't coming in. And then he relisted it and that's when I saw it. And then I offered him $300 for it. I think the original price he wanted was $400. So he accepted the $300. I told him I was getting off at 5:30. And I would come out there and he said fine. That's when he was getting off. Now he lives in Macomb, Michigan, and Macomb, Michigan is about maybe on average between 30 and 40 minutes. So I called my friend Michael, who actually works with me. I called him on the phone. He was in another apartment. I said, hey man, can you take me out to Macomb tonight? I finally found a motorcycle table, and he knows my saga of trying to find a motorcycle table, and he agreed to take me out there. All right, guys, we on our way out to Macomb, Michigan to pick up my new motorcycle jack. I'm going to keep you guys abreast of what's really going on. All right, we'll get back with you as we get closer to Macomb, Michigan. To Macomb County. Like I say, normally it's like about 30, 45 minutes, but we hit rush hour at like about 5:30, 5:45. So basically, and man, it was raining. It started raining. So it basically took us about an hour to get out there. As soon as we got out there, Neil was in the garage getting everything prepared. He pulled up, looked at it. I mean, I didn't have to look at it. He wanted to pump it up and all that kind of stuff. I looked at it. It was brand new. I had no problem with it. So we did the deal. I gave him $300. And now I have a new Harbor Freight motorcycle jack. So once again, I want to give a shout out to my friend Michael that took me out there, and then to Neil, the guy that sold me the motorcycle lift table. Just a really nice, genuine guy, right? So yeah, that it all worked. Now, there are some things that when you get these motorcycle tables you do, but I can tell you the thing that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to buy a new tire chock for it. The motorcycle tire stand on the front of that is sufficient for my needs because I'm just going to tie it down. Neil had already installed the tie down points, so I don't have to do that. I'm not worried about dropping a bike or tipping a bike. That's not important to me. As a matter of fact, I wish I could, my garage is big enough I could spin this thing around and you know, pull it up this way and spin it around and take it out that way. Be a lot easier, but we're going to worry about that. We'll deal with that later. So yeah, there's certain things that now there are certain things that I am going to do to the bike or to the table, like adding the adhesive safety mat tape. I already have some of that on my Amazon list. It's 12 inches wide and 30 feet long, which is way more than I need. I think this table is about 9 feet long, so I'll have some extra. I'm just going to run it on the ramp that leads up to it and then run it on the table itself. That way it's not so slippery, because when I put the jigsaw up here, that was the same night I got it. Like I said, it had been raining and it was really slippery. I mean, it was not a big deal, but I could tell if I put that adhesive tape on there, it'll be cool. And as you guys know, it's winter time in Michigan. So I went online and I found a Bauer heater. I think it's 30,000 to 60,000 BTUs. I also have that on my Harbor Freight wish list, because this garage is probably like, you know, 400 square feet. They are saying that Bauer 30,000 to 60,000 BTU will heat up an 800 square foot garage. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some heating installed. I'm gonna probably pick that up next week. Okay, this will be part 6 of Project Katana 750. Now, in part 5, you guys know I put a new sprocket cover on, because when the bike fell, it cracked the sprocket cover casing. I think it's just like a cast aluminum. So, but also, I didn't notice it right away. The stator cover, which was already scratched up previously from whoever had it before, I came in one morning and I seen some oil on the floor, and I noticed I had a little bit of drip. So I went on Amazon and I got a gasket, a stator gasket, a stator cover gasket. It was $10, and then the stator cover itself was like 30 bucks. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that new gasket and stator cover on there. And also the bike needed an oil change, so I'm going to go ahead and I might not put the filter in, but I do have a new filter and I do have oil. But you know, when you're taking that stator cover off, you got to drain the oil anyway, so that this will be a perfect time for me to change the oil on the bike also. All right, so let's get over and check out this new stator cover and the gasket. All right guys, let's open this stuff up. First, I'm going to open up the stator cover. Now, I got the stator cover off of Amazon. It was like 30 bucks. See what's going on there. And it's just a stator cover. Yeah, it's cast aluminum, just like the one on the bike. I don't see a problem with it. So this is our new stator cover. And also, I got a gasket for it. And the gasket was like $10. So let's see what's going on here. Don't want to cut the gasket, and I have opened up some stuff and I have cut some things. So it's just your standard gasket. Okay, that's my receipt. So there's the gasket for it. So all right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and get the jigsaw off of the table and then put the Katana on there, and then put the gasket on and put the new stator cover on. So give me a second. All right guys, I changed the oil off camera and I got the bike all strapped down. So let's go ahead and throw this new stator cover on. All right guys, to get these bolts out, you're gonna need a 5mm. But before you do that, what you need to do is to make a template. So I simply took the stator cover and drew a template around so I'll know where to put each of the bolts in. So That way I'll know the bolts that came out of the hole will go back into the hole. All right, let's get started. 5mm. Okay, we'll put that bolt in there and then so on. Wow, that gasket is, man, disintegrated. All right, there we go. So that's where I was getting my leakage from. All right, I'm going to get a razor blade and clean up around the edges, and then we'll throw the new gasket on. Okay, I like to put a little gasket maker on before I put the actual gasket on. It couldn't hurt. I'm not gonna go crazy with the gasket sealer because I got a gasket, but I just like having an extra layer of gasket on the plate. Got the new gasket. That looks good. Let's go throw it on the bike. All right, guys, we got the new gasket on. Now we're going to go ahead and throw it back on the bike. That's where this template comes in pretty good. I can just take the bolts off and put them right where they're supposed to go. Okay guys, there you have it. All the bolts are on. I'm going to torque them to spec, and then I'll see you guys back on the stairs. All right guys, that's going to wrap it up for Project 2000 Katana 750, the stator cover and stator gasket install. Once again, I'd like to take time to thank the gentleman Neil that sold me the motorcycle lift table, and I'd also like to thank my friend Michael Snell for the use of his truck to go pick the motorcycle jack up. And I'm still dealing with the problems with the Gixxer. I already set the TPS and that didn't really help out. Once again, like I said, I think it's a fueling problem, so stay tuned for more videos on the Gixxer and we're gonna work that problem out. And once again, if you want to get in contact with me, the easiest way to get in contact with me is through Facebook. And the name on the Facebook is just Solo Black. No 313, all right? It's just Solo Black. And if you want to reach me on Instagram, it is Solo Black 313. You guys can drop me a line. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Now, if we go to Facebook, yeah, just simply send me a friend request and I'll accept, and then we can start some real conversations. All right, this is Solo Black 313, Rise and Ride, and I'll get with you the next time.